Okay, now we've gone through the whole menu and set up the little different flavors, different strengths, different types of milk for our cappuccino. Let's actually make one, and this is where we change the amount of coffee and the amount of milk that's going to go into the cup. So obviously on the machine you can move this piece up and down to get the actual black coffee closer or further away from the cup, depending on the size of the cup. And for the milk jug to work, naturally we have to turn this around and make sure our glass is sitting underneath it. Now to program the cappuccino the way we like it, to get the right amount of milk and the right amount of coffee, is just putting your finger on the cappuccino button, you push it down and hold it. And when you do, nothing will happen for 2 or 3 seconds. Then the grinder starts and the machine is flashing in the top corner, memo. It's going to memorize the amounts that are going into the cup now. And you'll also notice on the screen down in the bottom right hand corner is a stop button. Whenever you're programming something, it will give you the option to stop it whenever you're ready. And once I press the stop button, that's what it's going to remember. So at the moment I'm watching the milk go into the cappuccino cup. And when I think there's enough milk in there for the cappuccino I like, I press the stop button and that's what it's going to remember each time. So I'll press stop now. The steaming it just did then was to suck the milk up out of the tube that's inside the milk container so that when you put it back in the fridge, there's nothing left there to go stale and hard inside the tube. Now it's going to put the black coffee into the cup. Now I can hear the pump working, but only just. The machine is really, really quiet. So here comes the black coffee, and it's the same thing again. A stop button has come up for me, so I can press the stop button when my cappuccino is the way I like it. You remember we went into the menu and told it to do a strong cappuccino. That's why there are 3 beans showing on the screen at the moment. And it's on cappuccino foam, so you can see how high and how thick that cappuccino foam is. It's fantastic. I can make sure it's got plenty of room for the coffee to drop in. And when it's ready, which is almost now, I can let it rise a little bit more. I can press the stop button. That's all that's involved in programming the cappuccino button. So this button here on the top right, every time I push that button once, I will get exactly the same coffee that's in the cup right now. That's how you program any of the buttons on the Gaggia Accademia. You push the button, hold it down, and wait for the memo to come up on the screen and do it by eye. It's so easy. Now the procedure we went through there to make that cappuccino, I would recommend when you get your machine home, you do that with every button so they're all programmed the way you like them. And of course, I'll show you in a second how you can change any of them just before you make it. But one of the great features of the Accademia is the cleaning of the milk jug. Once I'm finished doing a coffee, close it up. You'll see on the screen it says rinsing Carafe. It's going to steam clean down through the hole in the handle, down here into the drip tray. So I'll take the cappuccino out and you'll see the steam actually going into the drip tray, so that the whole top of the jug, where all the steaming was done, will now be clean. There it goes. So it's fully automatic cleaning. And once that's done and it goes back to the normal screen, the jug can be removed from the machine. The jug goes back into the fridge and stays there until you need to make a white coffee. This down here hasn't changed temperature, that stays the same temperature. It only steams up here. This lasts about a week in the fridge. After a week, just rinse it all out with some detergent and start all over again. That's how easy it is to make a cappuccino right here on the Accademia, and you can program all the other buttons exactly the same way.